South Africa reports a new variant called Omicron. Stock markets crash globally once again. Many have just one question. When, after all, will this pandemic end? The answer may lie in history. The three pandemics between 1817 and 1920 show that they stay on for a while and come in waves before dying down. What's needed is alertness and an ability to manage it well, to reduce mortality and the economic impact, the two core metrics that matter in a pandemic. This is according to Professor Chinmay Thumbe of Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. In his recent book, The Age of Pandemics, How They Shaped India and the World, he chronicles cholera in 1817, plague in 1894, and influenza in 1918, which collectively claimed over 72 million lives globally, 40 million in India. About a century ago, influenza took a toll on India's society and economy. The GDP shrank by 10% and inflation surged to 30%. The influenza virus mutated too. Though India wasn't much affected in the first wave, the second hit hard. The third wave never came. The book notes that influenza brought renewed attention to the state of public finances and health, which is why the previous century marked record medical advances, leading to better standards of living and life expectancy. Plague terrified India, with its peak in 1907 claiming over 1 million lives and lasting 25 years in waves. It left us with the legacy of the Epidemic Diseases Act, passed on February 4, 1897. The legislation would survive all the way to present and be used in curtailing COVID-19 in 2020. On COVID-19, Thumbe's research pegs the death toll at 3 million. If you had known the past pandemics, you could have anticipated the migration crisis and the mortality crisis India witnessed during the first and second waves. From past experiences, the policy focus should have been on anticipating a mutation of the virus. What we didn't do right during December 2020 and February 2021 was not tracking the mutations. So is COVID-19 showing signs of dying down at all? There is currently no data that suggests that it is dying down or moving to become endemic, periodic in nature with limited presence. Today we have vaccinations and natural immunity, so it is very unlikely that we will have anything like a second wave again. But that is not to let our guard down. To read the complete story, click the link in the description box below.